Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Texas Hill Country Living. Today I'm joined by one of the strongest members on our team here at AMCAP, Javier Calvo, and he's going to talk to you guys today about why it's still a really good idea to refinance your home. Thank you so much for being here today, Javier.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me on.
So a rumor in the real estate market is that interest rates are on the rise. Do you think that it's still a good time to refinance your home?
I think it very well could be. Although interest rates have been on the rise, especially if you look at what we had as rates last year, they have gone up a little bit, but historically they're still historically low. About this time 3 years ago, we were seeing rates, they were pretty consistent in the fives, and I mean right now we're still seeing anywhere from low to mid threes on a lot of our products, and so yeah, absolutely it can be, especially if you're in an interest rate currently an interest rate of 4% or higher.
Very cool. One thing I've noticed is people kind of tend to obsess over the interest rate, but really that's the least important part of the refinance. Can you tell us some other ways to save money that really don't have anything to do with the interest rate?
Yes, you're absolutely right about that, April. A lot of people do obsess over interest rates. Obviously, yes, having a lower interest rate usually results in a lower payment. There are other ways though. Interest rate isn't the only thing that controls your payment.
So in your opinion, what are some other things that could help save our consumers money on their homes?
Well, one of the big items that's on most people's mortgages is mortgage insurance. Now, mortgage insurance is needed whenever you owe more than 80% of the value of your home, or if you're in an FHA loan, it's always on there. Now, by refinancing into a conventional loan where you owe less than 80% of the value of your home, then you no longer have to pay mortgage insurance. And that's a big deal because in today's market, as we all know, houses and values are flying up and they are going out the roof. If you owned a $200,000 house, in the last year or two, your house value might be about $250,000 now. It's incredible how much it's gone up, and you can use that to your advantage. By refinancing, as your house is increasing in value, well, just because your house is increasing in value doesn't mean that your mortgage went up with it. Your mortgage is still going to be at what you left it at, what you've been paying it, what the balance is now. Now with that higher value of your property and a less owed on it, less than 80%, we can refinance you even if you're in the same interest rate. It's still going to save you hundreds of dollars in most cases.
So how do they find out about this increased price of their home? Would they need a new appraisal?
In most cases you will need a new appraisal, but depending on what the value is and what was owed on it and your credit score, a lot of times we can even put down a higher value on your property without having to go through the whole appraisal process and paying for that. In which in a lot of cases it is recommended. But even if you had to pay for it, the savings are so astronomical, it's absolutely worth doing.
So another way to look for it, could they kind of look at what the houses in their neighborhood are to kind of get a good idea of what their home value is?
There's a lot of ways you can do it. I mean, there's a lot of public sites that are available, stuff like Zillow, Realtor.com, and stuff like that. That'll give you an idea of what your house is worth. That although they're not 100% accurate, they can be helpful in giving you an idea. And or talk to your realtor, get a market analysis done on your property and what it would go for, and compare that to what you owe. And if your house is worth $250,000 as a case example, and you only owe $200,000, then you're at 80% loan to value, and you can refinance and get that mortgage insurance removed.
He is absolutely right. Please make sure you speak with a lender or a realtor and kind of get an idea before you pull the trigger on anything. We're going to be definitely the ones that help safeguard you and protect you and make sure that you're always taken care of. So reach out.
And we can help you consult I can consult for you on this. You can reach out to us and I can help you give you at least a general idea of what your property would go for, and analyze your mortgage statement and see what your balance is, and let you know, before we even start the process, if there's a good chance that you can remove your mortgage insurance.
All right, so Javier, how much do you think it costs to do a refinance?
There's a lot of factors that go into it. There is always costs into refinancing, so don't be misled and be told, oh, there's no closing costs. There's almost always closing costs. But one of the factors we can do, or one of the things you can do to utilize not having to come out of your pocket, is not coming out of your pocket. We roll in a lot of our refinances. In the past year or so, I've probably done over 40 refis, and of those, I don't think I've had but maybe one or two of them actually bring money to the table. Now, there is closing costs involved, and they vary, but with the savings on interest rates, mortgage insurance, and everything, even rolling in that extra closing cost into your mortgage still comes out cheaper than not refinancing by a long shot.
That's one thing I really love about working with Javier. He's the absolute math guy. So even though when you get done with your refinance, sometimes it can be scary because it looks like the top number is a lot bigger than it was, but then when you start to break it down, you don't even realize how many savings are actually hidden in the details.
Thank you for the compliment on the math. Just don't ask me to write a novel. I'm not very good at writing. I'm better at math. A lot of times seeing your balance go up a little bit can be daunting, and people tell me, oh no, but now I owe $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 more than I used to. Don't let that scare you out of doing it. Here's the thing. What you're actually paying in a mortgage, or what you're actually going to end up paying total, is the amount of months you're paying and for how much. So a lot of times people get fooled by that, what I call the ghost number, which is the balance, because unless you have that amount sitting in your back pocket or you plan on selling your house in the next year or two, that number really isn't as big of a factor as you think. What you're actually paying on your mortgage is how many months times that dollar amount. And so don't let your balance going up, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 scare you out of saving what can be savings of up to hundreds of thousands of dollars.
One thing to really consider is once you've refinanced your home, you're going to be saving, up to hundreds of dollars a month. Well, in order to end up paying your loan off faster or to end up saving even more money, Javier, what do you think they should do?
Well, a lot of my refinances, they don't even save a monthly amount. What they do is they take those savings and continue to pay it and lower their term. A lot of my clients have been maybe on year 20, about 21, 22 years left on their 30-year mortgage. And a lot of those clients opt to take the equity they built in the house, turn it into a 15-year mortgage. And a lot of those actually pay about the same amount as they're doing now, but remove 6-7 years off your mortgage. Do the math. You take 6 or 7 years off your mortgage, that's 70-80 payments of what you're doing. That's your savings.
That's a huge deal, man.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
I mean, pay off your mortgage in half the time just by making the same payment you are now. Why wouldn't you want to refinance?
Absolutely, April. And it is a huge savings going that route.
Well, we've gone over so many cool ways to save money on your mortgage.
But April, wait. There's still one more really cool caveat about refinancing your home.
Oh, yeah?
Well, one of the things or benefits that our clients enjoy when you refinance is, for one, you're definitely going to skip 1 month payment, in some cases 2 months of payments, which could free up some money for you to get some other things taken care of. And you're going to get an escrow refund. Some of these escrow refunds have been a few hundreds, and I've seen quite a few of them that are in the thousands. So you will get a quick little relief of funds, to go shopping, pay maybe a low balance credit card off, or whatever you might need those extra funds for.
You can definitely try and get caught up with some of these little breaks that we give you. But that's one of the things I love about working at AMCAP. We have such a strong team here, and we really can lean on each other and share expertise. So when you sign up with even one loan officer, it's kind of like you get a whole bunch of us. Thank you so much for tuning into Texas Hill Country Living. I really appreciate your support. If you liked any of this content, or if you had any questions, feel free to reach out to either of us. I'll be putting Javier's information in the description. Thank you so much for being here today, Javier.
Thank you for having me, April. It was a pleasure having this interview with you. And if you need anybody out there need my help with any purchases or refis, feel free to contact us.
Please make sure you like, subscribe, share this video, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.